Oh, and you can't really miss it, but this is the red light.
Oh, can't miss that.
So I'll just flash it once and when you got a minute. You ready? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You can make noise.
Oh!
Hey, we're live. Ooh, all right, what's up? That was action. Action. Sorry. Anyways. All right. Welcome to Manic Monday here at LA School of Comedy. My name is Billy Ramirez, hosting today. I like to say that right away just to show you that I'm Latino, Mexican. I don't know why. I don't have anything Mexican planned for this set, so I don't know why I did that. I could have just stayed a white guy and just experience privilege. Hello. Welcome. Hi. Let's see. So it's almost Christmas, and it's nice for you to join us here the last Monday before Christmas, or you could be with loved ones arguing about whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. Actually, another fun argument you should have with your family is whether or not how long you would survive in the movie Die Hard, because depending on people's ages, you're going to get a wide variety of answers. Like for me now, I'm in my 40s. I've come to accept that I'm getting old and I'm dying. So if I were in Die Hard, I would last 7 minutes for sure. Like there wouldn't be a Die Hard 2. If I were in Die Hard, it'd be called Dead. Like for example, if I were in Taken, it would still be called Taken. I mean, it wouldn't be called Rescued. Like, I'm sorry, that's what happened. You got taken. I don't know what to tell you. Like. What are you doing in the... I know what the shenanigans. Let's see what else. Monday Night Football's on. I don't know the who's it's are playing the what's it's. I haven't been paying attention because my team sucks this year. But
What's your team?
see, the problem is my team is generally pretty good, so I can't really complain. And they lost the Super Bowl last year, so I'm like, oh no, your team lost the Super Bowl. And there's like the Detroit Lions, like we don't even know what the hell a Super Bowl is. Like you play it in our stadium every 20 years, but we don't get invited. So maybe this year, who knows? I don't know. This is more of just a fantasy football thing, or just a football dream, but like a Vikings Bills Super Bowl. Slaying, one of them is finally going to win one. Like, that'd be amazing. Anyways, in addition to all the football players that are playing right now, you know who else is probably on TV during that football game? Jake from State Farm. And yeah, I'm still going to tell this joke because, this joke is, it's mostly black people now. And I'm going to commit to this joke so here's my problem with new Jake from State Farm, because Jake from State Farm used to be like this old, lame white guy. And I say old, really like me old, not like old, but he's middle aged, like he's already accepted that he's dying. And meanwhile, he's got this wife who's bugging him at like 3 a.m. He's trying to sell insurance, and she's like, oh man, she sounds hideous. It's like, hey, lady, you in that bathrobe, glass houses, what's going on? And then suddenly, Jake from State Farm is a cool black dude who's hanging out with Patrick Mahomes. Like, what's going on there? What happened to the other guy? The other guy was just, 3 a.m. dealing with his hag of a wife. And also, we're just supposed to care about this cool black dude? Like, just write a backstory. Like, maybe for the first 15 years of his career, he sold the General Insurance and he got replaced by Shaq or something. I don't know. But mainly, just like, what does Jake from State Farm add to a football commercial that Patrick Mahomes doesn't add? Like a multi-Super Bowl winner, multi-MVP and all that. So just imagine the pitch meeting for the last meeting before they're about to shoot. And then like, oh, I have an idea for the Jake from State Farm commercial. You know how this commercial featuring Patrick Mahomes, a very popular and prominent NFL quarterback. You know, in case the audience doesn't connect with him, Patrick Mahomes, a very popular, prominent NFL quarterback, maybe we should add Jake from Us. You know, like, wait, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, what does Jake from State Farm add? Anyways, anyone a fan of Canadian football here? No, anyways. All I want to add is about Canadian football. I don't watch it, but it just every now and then I stumble across it. And Canadian football feels like I'm watching a movie starring a non-Alec Baldwin. If you understand what that means, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you for bearing with me, though. I think you could. I think you could feel the cowardice in my voice, and I was like, "Oh, dude, should I do the Jake from State Farm joke?" But, anyways, maybe I'll land it still. So, speaking of cool black guy, please give it up for a new guest of LA School of Comedy, Okoye.
Give it up one more time for Bill. What's it called? Bill. Bill said he's 40 and he's dying. I'm like, crap, man. 40? Are you thinking about that? You're dying already. That's crazy, man. I know a lot of 40-year-olds, man, and they party every day, drink alcohol, and be like, hey, they're not giving up, man. You're out looking like it's black. Oh, crap. All right. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's Dodge minivans out here, man. Did you all know that Dodge makes minivan? I did not know that until I was driving down the street and I saw a Dodge minivan. I'm like, what is this ugly car doing out here, man? All my life, I thought that Dodge only make vehicles for manly men that cries in the shower, you know? No, man, Dodge is out here making vehicles for family of 4. All my life, I thought that Dodge only made muscle cars, man. Like, tell me who walks into a Dodge car dealership, walk past the Chargers, and was like, hey, let me get that minivan. The worst part about a minivan, it's the name. The minivan is called a caravan. Like, the name sounds ancient. Where are you going in a caravan? Jerusalem? Come on, get out of here, man. Go get yourself a Toyota Sonata. What's it called, a Toyota minivan? That one, you know what I'm talking about. Minivans. I don't know if anybody's dating in here, but people always complain about dating in LA, but I think dating is fun. I don't mind it, man. The worst part about dating that I don't really like is the pretending. You know what I mean? I don't like the acting part. Because I hate pretending to like a girl's pet. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but tarantula and chinchilla is not a pet. Chinchillas are rats. I swear to God, I was invited to this apartment and I was greeted at the door by one of these dogs that looks like a frog. You know, the one with the face all smashed in like it has Down syndrome? The same one from Men in Black. A pug, yeah, man. I saw the pug and the girl see me. I was like, okay, you guys finally met. Oh, is it? Oh, do you like her? Do you like her? I was like, yeah, she's special. But I want to take it a little further, ask her, so what's her name? She's like, I'm glad you asked. Her name is Harriet. Harriet Pugman. In my head, I'm like, that's messed up. But out loud, I'm like, oh, that's a lovely name. Give it up for moms. I don't know if any moms in here. Are you a mother? Yeah, give it up for moms, man. I always say give it up for moms, but I always exclude. I would always like to make this clear to exclude pet moms and plant moms. I don't think they sacrifice enough to be called a mom, you know what I mean? Because you can't be driving down the 405 with your Shih Tzu out the window, you know what I mean? With the tongues out the window. No, that's not cool. That's irresponsible, man. I know my mom loves me, man. I give it up for my mom, because I know my mom loves me. Like, this is how much I know my mom loves me. My mom cleans my room until I was 28.
Oh, wow.
I'm 28. Oh, wow. She's a soldier, man. The sad part about it is that she's on death row. No, don't feel bad. She's turned 60. Plus, she has hypertension. And you know what they say with people with hypertension? They have to exercise. And they have to be careful about the things they eat. Like they have to eat less salt, less saturated fat, less red meat. My mom eats everything. The other day I called her up. I was like, hey, Mom, what's going on? She's like, nothing much. I'm just cooking some beef. I was like, beef? Didn't your doctor say you're supposed to avoid red meat? She's like, yes, but it depends. It depends on how you cook it. I like mine well done. I'm a foodie just like my mom. I love food, man. I love food to the point I abuse food. Like domestic abuse food. I'll go into the kitchen and after I messed up a pot of rotisserie chicken, I'm like, look what you made me do. It's because I love you. I swear to God, this is going on YouTube. Man, I'm addicted to food, man. I'm addicted to everything and anything with high fructose corn syrup, man. You name it, I want it, man. Popeye's chicken is the best. Pop, 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 pop. All right, that's my time.
Once again, give it up for Okoye. That was just 5. You can do 5, 10, whatever, as much as you want. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned the Dodge Caravan because I have an idea for a joke that sometimes I think might be funny, but most of the time I think it's dumb, so I've never tried it. So I'm like, hey, you know what the hell? I'm going to try it. But it was more of a... So, a while ago, I was stuck in the traffic behind a slow gray Grand Caravan. A gray Grand Caravan. And at first I was upset because I was stuck behind a slow gray Grand Caravan. But then I was upset that I was stuck behind a slow gray Grand Caravan. Like, because then I was like, who buys a gray Grand Caravan? Like, how do you get suckered into a gray Grand anything? You know, like there's a reason grand pianos don't come in gray. You know, just like how does just like some crafty salesperson is like. It's like, oh, hey, so what'd you think about this caravan? She's real nice. And then the guy was like, oh, you know, the caravan is nice, but she come in gray. I'm like, oh, you want gray? No, this guy, he says gray. No, buddy, if you want gray, you're going to have to, you don't just get gray, you graduate to gray, okay? If you want gray, you're going to have to get yourself a Grand Caravan, all right? This guy wants gray. Like, I don't know. I just need to know, like, is this person happy with the purchase of a gray van? Maybe just the grand part is how you justify the fact that you just bought just a gray van. But anyways, this next gentleman, he's a new guest of LA School of Comedy, and I don't know what he drives, but I bet he'd look really, really cool in a gray Grand Caravan. So please give it up for Marcus D.
Yeah. I got wires on me. I drive a gray Dodge Challenger. I'm playing, nigga. I drive a gray Toyota Camry. That'd be dope, though. I ain't pulled up in the Dodge Challenger. I'm not cool, man. This is a facade. I'm not a cool black guy. That's what we all have to live up to. You know that, right? Being the cool black guy. Can't just be a nigga. You can't just be a know nothing, do nothing ass nigga. No more. You gotta be a cool black guy. Like in the house, I'm picking boogers and shit, picking my ass. But outside I'm walking like, you know? I'm always walking like this, you know? Gotta keep that facade up. Can't let anyone know we are just as nerdy and whack as the rest of y'all. We are, man. I know I'm nerdy and whack because I've been single. Been single for so long, dog. I'm not even lying. I'm so damn single, man. I started texting back those scam messages. You know what I mean? You ever got one of those messages like, hey, Marcus, we have $100,000 for you right now. Just click this email. I'm like, wow, $100,000. Yeah, I think I'll click that email, but you gotta come down to the house, man, and talk to me, you know what I'm saying? If you really want me to click that email, you gotta put in some work. Been single, man. I'm so damn single. I've been single for so long, I'm starting to have ideas, my nigga. You know what I mean? I'm starting to have hypothenuses and shit. I am, man. Like I'm starting to have ideas. I'm single and I'm short, so you know, I got in this Facebook support group for short people. It's on Facebook, and we all collectively decide to stop dating women we can't take in a fight. That's the thing now, man. I don't date women I can't take in a fight, dog. I do still like big girls, though. I'm not gonna lie. Weight class does matter. It does. I like big girls. I do. I like big women, man, because my dad, he actually introduced me to big women. He showed me that movie Norbit. And y'all watch that movie Norbit? Mm-hmm. What's her name in Norbit? What's her? Rasputia. Love me a Rasputia, dog. I do. I love me a Rasputia, man. I like big women. I like big women because any place you touch a big woman on their body, you can simulate a titty. You know what I mean? Any place, anywhere, man. That armpit titty, back of the knee titty is crazy. You're not in a real relationship if you're not finding new titties in your girl every day. You know what I mean? Like, damn, girl, when you get an ankle titty, this is crazy. For real. Plus, I like big women because they coochie always smell like it just came back from like a tropical island vacation. You know what I mean? They always smell like they just came back from the DR or the Galapagos Islands. Is that just me? Ever since dating big women, man, I stopped. I didn't have to pay for my gym membership anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm just lifting all day, doing squats and shit. For real. Be single. I'm too single, man. I'm too single. I'm too single to where the point where I'm just sitting at my house. You ever just sat at your house with the light off, butt naked on the couch, dog? Just looking into the window. You know? Be having ideas, man. Coming up with ideas. Like I feel like women would be more open to giving their coochie away if they could just pop it off. You know? Detach that motherfucker. Throw it to you like a pair of keys. Like, don't catch that. You got it. Take care of that. Get it back to me by next Tuesday. You got it. You know? You go to the hood and get your jailbroken coochie, you know? You know, they can jailbreak coochies over there, man. I know they can, dog. They can jailbreak an iPhone. They can jailbreak a coochie. Can't let your irresponsible homie borrow the coochie. He got on the floor and shit. You come pick it up, it's missing pieces. Like, nigga, I noticed how the clip when I gave it to you, dog. Find the clip and give it back to me, dog. I started living in downtown LA recently, which was a mistake. I never been accused of being homeless so much in my life, dog. You ever just walk outside in your sweats and get $2.62 on the way to your car? Like, damn, bro. Every time I'm in downtown, every time I come down from my apartment, all the crackheads are doing the dance from Thriller, you know? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. They end it with this. Dun-dun-dun. Like, damn, I didn't know that was part of the choreography, dog. In downtown LA, I live with two categories of people. I live with a cat daddy. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a man who owns 4 cats. Yeah. Cat daddy is different than a cat lady, right? Like a cat woman, what you think she's like, what, like, you know, matted hair, probably lonely. A cat daddy is the type of dude who saw the Trump assassination and was like, I could do it better, you know? So that's the type of nigga I'm living with, dog. All right, I'm Marcus.
All right, give it up for Marcus D. He gives a great hug. What's the story on your Canada jacket? By the way, this is your hint that you're next.
Oh, mine?
Yes.
Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh, dang it. I was like, oh, did you work in Canada or something? No, I just got a great deal. Or like, I was hoping you'd have a story about Winnipeg or something. Or Winnipeg got me in trouble recently. So I'm in marketing, and I recently did some contract work with a company in finance, and I went to this mixer. And I was surrounded by all these like successful people, and they talk about their vacations and homes and vacation homes, and I had nothing. Like I had nothing to talk about. There wasn't one Mario Kart player in the group, but at one point, I don't know why, it's like someone mentioned the city of Winnipeg, and something just told me like just say something. I said, I mentioned that I lived in Winnipeg, and I figured, like, I don't know, we'll see where this goes, and then and that's fine, unless the first question you're asked is like, oh, where in Winnipeg did you live, and then you don't know a goddamn thing about the city of Winnipeg. Like then it becomes an issue. So like I stumbled awkwardly and whatnot, just I made an excuse and found a corner in which to feel stupid. And then I got mad, for being called out, like a child that just got told I can't jump off the second story or something. It's like, where in Winnipeg did you live? Like, God damn it. And I was creating scenarios in my head, like, guy, like take an improv class and learn how to yes and so I can be more interesting. All right. Like all I was hoping for is something like, oh, you lived in Winnipeg? Yes. And I bet you got into all kinds of hijinks up in the Great White North. And that'd be my cue to do something like, it sure was. Oh, did I ever tell you the time that I suited up to be the third string quarterback for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in a Canadian Football League preseason football game? Now, unfortunately, it was a long time ago, Canadian preseason football game, so unfortunately there's no footage whatsoever. But luckily for you sons of bitches, I remember every last detail. So everyone gather around, let me tell you all about it. That's all I was hoping to do, just have a little fun. Just trying to spice up a rather mundane existence is all. Not like I was trying to be the next George Santos or anything. Or the first George Santos, because who knows with that guy. Anyways, but who knows what's going on with George Santos. And at this point, I don't know what's going on with our next guest, but we will find out now, because coming up to the stage is Ms. Angela Moore.
Whoa, this is so low. Hello. It's all good. Hey, Marcus. Yeah, I was like, so what kind of obsession of Canada do you have? I mean, I've been to Canada before. Actually, Canada was like the first country outside of the U.S. that I actually drove a car in. I was all scared about driving in a different country, but it's all good. So, I got a question. Does anybody have a birthday in the month of December?
Woo!
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
When is your birthday?
The 6th.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, happy belated birthday. Man, I have a birthday in December, and I hate being born in the month of December because I'm like, how do you compete with Jesus' birthday? It overtakes the whole month of December. It doesn't matter if you're born at the beginning or the end of December. It overtakes it all, okay? I hate it. Competing with Jesus' birthday. It's like, I don't know about you, but it's like, I've grown up, and even in my adult life, it's like, if I see people at Christmas, they're like, Merry Christmas and happy birthday. This is your Christmas and birthday gift. If I see them at my birthday, they're like, well, this is your birthday and Christmas gift. I mean, most people get at least at a minimum 2 gifts a year, a Christmas gift and a birthday gift. And if they're like a parent or something like that, then they might get gifts that way, right? No, I only get 1 gift. And I'm like, this is so unfair because, like, even Jesus got 3 gifts from the 3 wise men. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why do I get, like stunning on my gifts? That's not fair, So, yeah, it's crazy. And it's like, like when I go to celebrate my birthday, because I love live music. So, trying to celebrate your birthday in the month of December is always a challenge, because most people, when it's their birthday, like, hey, happy birthday. If you're born in the month of December, they're like, happy holidays. You're like, that's not my birthday, okay? It's really a challenge. And, so I love live music, and it's always a challenge trying to find live music for my birthday because it's always Christmas music. And I'm like, I went to this one place, to hear some live music. I was like, yeah, y'all, today is my birthday. They're like, okay, great. So y'all, this is what they did. They were like, it's your birthday, right? I was like, yeah. They were like, jingle bells to you, jingle bells to you. I'm like, oh, that is not funny. They're like, but it's Christmas. And I'm like, yeah, it is every year, okay? So anyway, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So I went to a women's hair and beauty store a few weeks ago. And so I was standing in line, getting ready to buy my stuff, my items and all this stuff. And the lady and the lady at the register, they started talking in Spanish, right? And so the lady said something about a descuenta, and I was like, descuenta? Because, some words in Spanish and English are interchangeable, you know what I mean? So I was like, I think that's discount. And then when the lady behind the register was like, see, I said, oh, she getting a discount? So then when I got up there, I said, can I have a discount, please? And she was like, huh? I was like, can I have a discount? I'm not speaking Greek. So then I said, look, I was like, mira, yo quiero un descuento como la otra mujer, por favor. And she was like, oh, you speak a Spanish? I said, see, I do today. So, y'all, not only did I get a discount, she gave me everything for free, y'all, okay? And we the best of friends, okay? We going to a quinceañera next week, okay? Yeah, descuento. Remember that word. So, anybody ever lived in New York or been to New York? You almost raised your hand. Like, do you know if you have or haven't?
I have.
Lived, visited, what? Oh, okay. You've lived in New York? Oh, visit. Okay. Well, when I was trying to make my decision about what part of the entertainment industry I wanted to go to, New York City or Hollywood, I was like, it's warmer in California, but the ground shakes here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm going to Hollywood. The weather is warmer. They can have that cold weather. But I used to live in New York City, y'all, and I love New York City. Like, to me, like my first time visiting New York City, I was in awe because I was like, this is like the first place I've ever visited in my life where it actually looks like it does on TV. Because a lot of places don't look like they do on TV. Like, for instance, Hollywood don't look like it does on TV. You know what I'm saying? You see they're like the Hollywood sign, and you're like, hey, and you're like, oh, sorry, you missed it. You blinked your eyes, Whereas, like that does not look like it does on TV, and that's kind of LA in a way. It don't look like it does on TV. You know what I mean? So, when I was living in New York City, Mickey Mouse and his descendants decided to make an appearance in my apartment. And I didn't appreciate it. I'm like, y'all need to come out here. You got Disney. This is your motherland right here. You know what I mean? So they made an appearance in my apartment, and I just lost it. I was like, wait, you guys are showing up here. You're eating all my food, and you're not paying no rent. Y'all need to get a job. Y'all got to go. So I ended up leaving New York, okay? Yeah, I left New York. I got to work on that joke. But yeah, because I was like, it's either me or y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for a 12-step program. I'll admit that I do suffer from an addiction. I'm addicted to, it's kind of healthy in a way, but I'm addicted to the gummy vitamins. I don't know if anybody has that same addiction, but it's like, it's a one addiction where you can overdose and you still live. You know what I mean? So I'm like, ugh. Yeah, so I'm looking for help for that because I can eat on them. I could sit up there and eat a half a bottle in one sitting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if you can't see, he pulled out a bag. I don't know what it is. Is it gummy vitamins?
Featuring.
Oh, that's the real gummy stuff. Okay. Yeah, that'll probably help a cough. Cough problem. But yeah, so, it's like that. But anyway, I went and visited my parents, back east. And my dad was kind enough to let me borrow his truck, y'all. But it's a hoopty truck. And for those of y'all who may not know what a hoopty is a raggedy car, okay? Like, I remember when I used to drive a hoopty, like when I would turn on the air, fire would come out, you know what I'm saying? When I would honk the horn would honk back at me, you know what I'm saying? So with my dad's truck, y'all, the reason why I say it's a hoopty, because one, it was old. Mm-hmm. I think we grew up together, actually, like a family member, all right? And second of all, when I drove that truck, I had to make sure that my phone was charged because it didn't have the capabilities to charge your phone. Okay, that's how you know you're driving a hoopty, Then the other reason why I know it was a hoopty is because I ended up getting out the truck one evening and went and had a great time talking to people. And when I came back, it wouldn't start, and that's because the lights didn't cut off automatically like they do on a modern day car, So then, the other reason is one night I was driving his truck and I was like, Dad, you need to get your truck checked because the signals in the truck would not come on while I was driving at nighttime. And he goes, well, have you ever thought about using your hand? I was like, using my hand? Dad, the last time I checked, you black and I'm black. Who gonna see my hand at nighttime? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all been great. Thanks. My name is Angela Moore. Take care. Thank you. The office back to where it was originally placed.
Once again, Miss Angela Moore. I like you mentioned the tidbit about some words in Spanish being interchangeable. Yeah. Because I was debating whether or not I should share this because if I don't, it could end up with hilarious results. But if I do share it, it could save you from embarrassment. Oh yeah. And that's exactly the word that I was talking about. So if you ever want to tell a Spanish speaker that you're embarrassed, do not say you're embarazado. Because okay,
that's a good one.
You got it. I don't know if you got it, but embarazada, that means pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't mean the same.
Yeah. So you'd be telling someone like, "Oh, I'm pregnant," instead of "I'm embarrassed." So.
That's good.
Anyway, so December birthdays. That's got to be rough.
It is.
I don't know. Mine's in March. And it kind of breaks up a kind of boring time of the year. It's kind of a dead time of the year, but. So in case anyone cares, you can give me anything. I'm a simple man. Just don't get me any cold brew equipment because I'm dangerous with it. I had to throw away all my cold brew because I would make really delicious cold brew, giant carafes. And then in the same morning, I would drink the entire carafe of this cold brew that's been steeping overnight. And then suddenly I'd sit there wondering why I feel like someone told me an assassin was after me. Just like, Anyways, don't get me that. Also, don't get me any cast iron. I don't do cast iron. Like the whole, I don't get it. I don't get cast iron. Like nonstick cookware exists, oil exists. Like I had a cast iron pan once, and you got to season it and all that stupid crap, and it always feels like you're. Every time you pull one out, it feels like you're working on a train. I don't know. It's just But and then the argument, it's like, oh well, cast iron conducts heat well. Like we'll just great. So if I ever put together an orchestra called Heat, I'll call cast iron to conduct it. I don't know. Anyways, there's a point in there somewhere that I'm trying to make. But speaking of conducting, this person's been conducting the technical board very skillfully all evening, and he's going to get up here and tell some jokes. So please give it up for Mr. Arian McIntyre.
Thank you, my brother. All right, I got a few issues here.
All right.
People talking about age. I'm motherfucking old. Okay. My name is Aaron. It's not Aaron. It's not Aaron. It's Aaron. So it's Aeron. So it's not Erin. It's not Aaron. So please don't call me Aaron, because I'm sick of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Erin is the gay way to spell it for men, or women if you gotta. I'm just saying, guys. Aaron is gayer than the name that I changed my name from. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what that is. You can look it up online. Google it. A couple of things people have been talking about tonight. Cars, right? My mother had a green Dodge Challenger. Yeah, she was fucking crazy. Anybody have mothers here? Yeah. Are they domesticated? Yours are domesticated? Because mine definitely was not domesticated. You were also, with the cars that you were talking about, the blinker. Funny fact, I just found out that BMW, they've taken all of the blinkers out of their future cars that they're building. Well, BMW drivers aren't using them. So, what the fuck? They're just sitting there taking up space, get in the way of their, when they're talking on their phone. I got to tell a story. This isn't really a joke, but I thought it was kind of funny. One time I came to a four-way stop, right? There's a guy stopped there in a BMW. I don't like BMW people. I got to tell you, if you guys own BMWs, I'm sure I love you. You're probably just transplants or something. Anyway, this guy's sitting there, and I pull up to the stop sign. I'm waiting for him to go because he was there before I got there. And he's sitting there, and he's sitting there, and he's sitting there. And I honked my horn, and he's on the phone, and he goes, "I'm on the phone." Like he was mad at me. Sitting on that really pissed me off. Speaking of my mom, I'll just talk about my mom a little bit. My mom was quite a woman. We could never say the word fart. We could say no dirty word at all. As a matter of fact, if you farted, guess what we had to say? Did you pop? Did you pop? Where did they get the pop? And ever since then, that word, I cannot stand that word. And I think it was that they had poop and they took one O out because, I don't know. I couldn't understand her. But, yeah, she was, I actually, at the beginning of the pandemic, I went out there for about 6 months to take care of her, because of the pandemic. And I didn't do a very good job because she died. Thank you for laughing. She would have loved that joke. I was supposed to say she loved that joke. I mean, she doesn't love it now because she's dead, but yeah, it was the hardest and the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and it was fun, it's kind of like a fun house with a scary clown with white hair going, "Why don't you go back to California?" So I heard that and goodbye. She really wanted to go. I mean, a lot of times people, when I tell that joke, they're like, "Oh, your mom died." No. She would come out and sit at the breakfast table and go, "Why don't you just take me out and show me?" But she was listening one time. I got her these audio books, and she liked the detective ones and the Western ones. And so she's listening to this thing, and, we could never curse in my house at all. Like, we couldn't say damn. We couldn't say hell. We couldn't say fart. It's ridiculous. Anyway, she's listening to this audiobook, and back in the back room, I come in the room, and I hear the guy saying, "He lowered his hand to her buttocks and reached around her thigh and took 2 fingers." And about that point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to say anything because who knows? Maybe she's not paying attention. Who knows? Maybe I could just get away with it because I bought her the damn book, and that's what I'm worried about. So she listened to the whole thing, and I came in, and I said, "So how do you like the book?" And she said, "It was very colorful." And of course, she was smoking a cigarette at the time. So, there was something else that we were talking about. Can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I'm a big pussy. Big pussy. I if you guys get in fights, that's cool. Whatever. I don't like it. It's like if I have to punch somebody, it's gonna hurt my hand. And I like watch a Die Hard movie. He was talking about Die Hard. I watch a Die Hard movie, and when Bruce Willis falls off the fucking airplane and lands on the ground, it breaks 3 of my ribs because I'm so, yeah, it's pretty bad. I just don't understand. Nobody has said anything yet. And I can't think of anything that anybody could say that would piss me off so much that I'd want to hurt them. Now, self-defense, that's a different thing. I think I'd be a maniac. If somebody attacked one of my kids, my kid or something like that, I think that I could, I'd come to the fore. But, you can say pretty much anything to me. And when people call me a pussy, I'm like, thank you. Because I love pussy. You know what I mean? I mean, you're elevating me to a new level. You're actually putting me on a pedestal, which usually that's what, I do for women. I mean, I love women, and I'll put them so far on a pedestal they don't even see me. I'm like invisible. That must be what it is, because I'm fucking invisible to them. I haven't had sex in like 14 years. Of course, that's dog years, but I say 14 years because it's really good for a pity fuck. You know what I mean? And I'd much rather have a pity fuck than a relationship. Yeah. I've been in 3 fights. I've thrown 1 punch and then 1 really girly, yeah! And then the other one, I just took the punch and fell down and pretended like I was knocked out. And it was humiliating, but, hey, didn't hurt. He didn't punch me very hard, and so that was good because I avoided it at all cost. I think that, the word pussy is incorrect, by the way, for someone who is me, who's like me. It's actually pussy because it's pusillanimous is where it comes from. Doesn't come, people think it's but that's not what you're doing. You're calling pusillanimous, which means chicken-hearted, which I always wondered about, chicken-hearted. I don't know how much heart chickens have, so. Yeah?
Tastes good when it's fried.
Yeah, I like that chicken. Yeah. And the skin, it's like the dessert. You know what I mean? I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad there's some people of color here because I feel very judged by white people. And I feel like you guys have already convicted me. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I would much rather be convicted than being judged. The judging part, because you never know what they think. They're, yeah. And I'm pretty proud of my white guilt as well. I feel pretty good about it. I have made up a code of ethics. Okay, so here's my code of ethics about this. I don't give money to homeless white people. I also, just as a side note, I don't give money to people who are like juggling and doing tricks and, standing like statues and stuff like that, because they don't need any money. They need an agent, right? In this fucking town, they need an agent. And I don't give people money to people who have pets because they've got fucking food right there on the end of the leash. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. It's right there. They don't have to go anywhere. I will date a homeless woman because, then at the end of the date, when you need to drop her off, just drop her off anywhere. She's home. So I feel, like that's pretty important. Yeah, I think we're rounding out the evening here at LA School of Comedy. You guys have been great. Please come back. Please come back. And we got to put the word out. 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard. We got a whole setup. You can do podcasts here. You can do stand-up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. It's $10 for 10 minutes, $5 for 5, $5 if you just want to come in and sit and watch. So it's the best deal in town because every place else is like $4 for 4 minutes. What can you do in 4 minutes, man? It's hard. It's hard. You wanted to go more, didn't you? You wanted to go the full 10, didn't you? Yeah, I could see that, man. They were chomping at the bit. Like, oh, yeah, I want to do that. All right. Thanks very much. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. Well, the boss is watching, She may get a kibosh on that. All right, everybody. I'm going to bring back the fabulous MC that you have all been experiencing this evening, the fabulous Mr. Billy Ramirez.
All right. Did we have fun?
Yeah.
All right. So, like Aaron McIntyre, hilarious Aaron McIntyre said, here at LA School of Comedy, we believe that if someone told you you are funny, you probably are. So write it down and bring it from the page to the stage. We do Manic Mondays, Wacky Wednesdays, Funky Fridays at 7 p.m. Sign up start at 6:30. And we'd like to see you there. So let's see if I remember everyone's name off the top of my head. So for Okoy, Marcus D, Ms. Angela Moore, Aaron McIntyre, for anyone watching. Again, Billy Ramirez at the LA School of Comedy for Manic Monday. Thank you for watching, and see you Wednesday. Well, not this Wednesday. Not this Wednesday. Funky Friday. Happy holiday or whatever else December 25th represents to you. Have a good one.
Why don't we get a copy of the video?
You can talk to me. Hang on just a second. Let me go off the AL.
It's live stream, right?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.